If you're anything like me, you've been in a situation where you've wanted to perform a card trick, but for one reason or another, either your hands were too sweaty or they were shaking or I don't know, you just mentally were not there. You couldn't do it. And that, my friends, is what self-working card tricks are for. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. We all have those days where your sleight of hand just doesn't work for you. But in this card trick, you don't need any of that. The whole premise behind this effect is that you're showing the spectator a pile of cards. All they're going to be doing is thinking and remembering one card. They're not going to indicate to you in any way what card it is. And then with the spectator's help in shuffling up the deck, you're able to locate their thought of card. Pretty insane. So now that you know that, let me show you how it looks like. Here we go. I haven't used my deck in such a long time in a video. Feels good to have it back on screen. So we'll start off by giving the deck a shuffle. And then I can even have the spectator go ahead and select any 10 cards they want from the deck. So let's just have a spectator select 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you have 10 cards selected. We don't really need the rest of the deck. Throw that over to the side. The spectator can now take this and give this a nice thorough shuffle, as thorough as you can be with 10 playing cards. Once that's done, I'm going to fan out the cards for the spectator like this, and I want them to just remember one card. So just think and remember one card, and also remember its position. So for example, if you're thinking of this card right here, you would look at it, remember that it's in the second position, okay? And of course, since I don't have a spectator here, let's just say you're thinking of this card right here. So remember that card, and also remember its position. And of course, when actually performing this, I wouldn't know what position it's in, and I also wouldn't know what card it is. So now I can hand the deck over to the spectator and have them kind of mix it up. So either they can put down one card like this, they can put down 2 cards like this, or they can put 3 cards like this, or you know, they could even put 4 cards down like this, all right? So I can hand it over to the spectator, they do whatever they want. So let's just say 1, then they put 3, then they put 2, then they put 1, then they put 3. Okay, just like that. They mix it up like this, and we'll even give the deck a cut. And since there's 10 cards, we can cut it exactly in half. Amazing. Now, for the first time, can you tell me what number or what location your card was in? It was in the fifth position? Okay. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards and cut the deck that way. And what's going to happen from here is the spectator is going to take the deck, they're going to duck 1 card, so put 1 card underneath the pile, and deal 1 card, okay? So duck, deal, pretty straightforward. Good work, good work. But now we have 9 other cards left, and we're going to do this for the whole deck, all right? So duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal. Man, this is getting intense. There's 2 cards remaining, duck, deal, 1 card left. Really hoping it's the card you remembered, the card you thought of. Didn't tell anyone, you just thought of this card. It is your selected card, the 6 of spades. It is already tutorial time. That felt like the shortest card trick ever. So, a little bit of background on this trick. I remember seeing it for the first time, maybe about 6 or 7 years ago. I do not recall who it's by, but I believe it's called Think of a Card. Alright, so if you guys do know who it's by, do let me know down in the comments below, because I feel bad about not knowing. But I really wanted to share this trick because I made some small tweaks to it, and I think it's a great self-worker, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, advanced, super hardcore, mentally insane, I don't know. Whatever you are, it'll work well. So when I approach self-working card tricks, I view them as I want to get as much interaction with the spectator as possible. Because again, if the trick is self-working, the spectator in theory should be able to do most of the effort. So I really wanted to take it in that direction. And that's why when we start off this card trick, I almost want to hand the deck over to the spectator and have them select any 10 cards that they want. In my performance, I just selected it out like this, but if I was performing this, you know, in person, I'd hand the deck over to the spectator and they could select any 10 cards they want. And for our purposes, let's just select a couple of cards here. Is that 10? No, it is 12, so we're going to get rid of 2 of them. And now we have a packet of 10 cards, okay? Now, when you show this packet of 10 cards, the cards have been selected, and now you can have the spectator go ahead and shuffle it. You know, again, to give them as much control as possible. So, all that's done. Then you take the packet back and you spread it facing forward, so towards the spectator, okay? So, for our purposes, let's say I'm facing you, the camera, and here are all the cards, okay? You ask the spectator to just remember any of those cards and the location. So I always give the example of just a second card. So I pull up the second card, say, you know, if you want to remember this card, remember what card it is, and it's in the second position. All right, so let's just say they remember the fourth card. So you pull that up, it is, oops. So they remember, why, it's not staying. So they remember the fourth card is the 8 of hearts. Of course, it wouldn't be pulled out like this. It would just be shown with the rest of the cards. So the spectator remember the 8 of hearts and remember the number 4 because that's its position. All right, now what I did to make this a bit more interactive is I reversed the order of the deck and then reversed the order of the deck again to kind of keep it in the same order. So I showed the spectator first that they can take one card, put it down like this to mix up the deck. They can take 2 cards like this, one on top of the other, put that down. They can take 3 cards, put that down like that, or they could take even 4 cards and put them down. So what that actually has done is just reverse the order of the playing cards, right? So this is the order now. You should see the 8 of hearts is now 4th from the bottom. And since we've reversed the order, we hand the deck over to the spectator and they do the same thing. You want to really make sure that you've explained it correctly. This way they don't come like this when they're dropping cards down. You want to make sure that they're reversing the order as they drop. So you don't want 1, 2, 3 drop like this. You want 1, 2, 3. See, those cards were reversed and then drop, okay? And they can do, you know, whatever pattern that they want. So once the cards have been reversed again, and by the way, you can use this for any trick. It works so well to reverse the order and make it seem like the deck's being mixed up. You can see it's back in the 4th position. And now what you want to do is give the deck a cut, okay? And cut that right in half. So you want to cut 5 cards and put them on the bottom. So the way you could do that is you could just tell the spectator you want to give the deck a cut, which is what I do in my performances. But you can also just, you know, just take 5 cards and put them on the bottom. The spectator really won't care too much about it because they've just shuffled up the deck. So they already assume that you don't know what the order is. So once you've done that, move those 5 cards to the bottom. And also, when you're moving these 5 cards to the bottom, you're not reversing the order. You're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and putting that on the bottom. So now, if you take a look at this, the 8 of hearts is in the second to last position, or the 9th position. And here is where you ask the spectator what number their card was at. So they would say the location of the card, the position of the card was 4. So then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, regular order. Put it on the bottom. And now what this has done, it has moved our 8 of hearts to the 5th position in the deck. And when this card is at the 5th position, then the ducking and dealing really works. So if you want to try another method of getting the card here, you know, feel free, you can definitely go ahead and do that. But as long as it's in the 5th position here, then all you're doing, duck, deal, duck, deal, duck, deal, and make sure the spectator is doing this, okay? Again, maximize your interaction to maximize your reaction. Is that a good phrase? Maximize your interaction to maximize your reaction. I feel like I need another word for maximize. We'll work on it. But the card you're remaining with will be the spectator's thought of card. One last note, I will be moving soon, so this may be the last time you're seeing this setup behind me. Just take a second, take it in. So yeah, I may or may not be able to make videos over the next couple of days, but we'll see what happens. If you don't see a video, you know what happened, and if you see a video, then I don't know, it's a miracle. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this trick. Make sure to like and subscribe for more upcoming content. Have a great day ahead, and I'll see you really soon. Peace out.